thing to turn your back on.
You're going to watch Roni Legacy Girls Trip for her.
Yeah. I hope that she doesn't get... I actually did her hair for when they did the... She came in the day before when they did the... Yeah, what is it they do? The...
Like the promos or the confessionals, like the green screens.
Yeah, it wasn't a reunion one. She was going to do her sit-downs, whatnot. Yeah, so we had done that. And she's actually going to be here next week. Next week she's going to be here. She says she has BravoCon. She's going to come to the city, so I should see her next week. But yeah, she's carefree, and there's nothing wrong with that. She's free-spirited. There's nothing wrong. You know where you stand. You're not going to wonder, where do I stand with? She's not that person. That's what I like. I like that. And I think that's where they try to chop her down because of that. And that's wrong. Kelly, we got your back, girl.
We have your back, Kelly. She's been on this show. I have nothing but good things to say about her. She got a lot of flack when she came on the show, which again,
did you really?
I don't know why. I think it's just the old narrative, but I thought she was wonderful and lovely as well. Honestly, I loved her.
She's light-spirited, fun heart, light-spirited, all of that. She came with me. She was at the event for the launch of my tool.
I think maybe that's where I saw the picture, I think.
Yeah, she was there for that. And that might be where she said we reconnected. But yeah, I mean, the second I met her, she came the next day to the salon. She's good people. She really is.
And Bethany, you rolled your eyes a little bit. I mean, we have a difference of
I don't know. Oh my gosh, no. I don't know her, so it's hard to say. I think she's a tough one. I'll say that. She's tough. She's a tough one. I don't know her. I don't know. Actually, I do, because she used to be on QVC. I've met her when she was at QVC, but not one-on-one. But yeah, she used to be on QVC with Skinny Girl, right? Yeah, I think so.
That sounds
she used to be on QVC with Skinny Girl. But I don't know her enough to make any judgments. I just know that she's sharp. Sharp meaning if she's got something, she's coming after it. And Kelly does it. Like, Kelly, stand up for what you believe in, whatnot, sort of element.
Well, Bethany will not be on Girls Trip with her, so it's okay.
She's safe.
And Ramona was at Dennis Basso. Ramona's in, a bit of trouble these days.
I heard. I didn't know. I did not.
So you're
know that.
you're on top of this. This just happened, Chaz. You're on.
I just heard. I'm like, ooh, no. Yeah.
I think it's over
I feel like she's a loose cannon. Again, I'm calling out from what I see just on social media, but I feel like she's more of a loose cannon.
I think her time is... I mean, it was done. They weren't going to use her for Girls Trip because this all already happened, and then they needed her because Jill Zarin backed out. And so, they weren't going with her, and then they needed her, and now I think... I mean, she's not uninvited to BravoCon. She just lost her job at Douglas Elliman as a broker. I think it's just time for Ramona just to move on. And, I mean, she's almost 70, not...
Is she really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
To be. So, I mean, that's, and she has a new boyfriend who has a lot of money. And
wait a minute. No. Oh, my God. Shit.
What?
You already know.
Do you know the boyfriend?
Don't know. We were at a restaurant that he was at, and I didn't know who it was. Well, one of the models at our table knew who it was, and... Can I just say he's effing intense, loud?
Is that what you want to say?
I didn't know I didn't know who it was. I didn't know.
Ramona's
I had
boyfriend.
no clue who it was until our model's like, that. So I'm like, all we knew. Oh my God, I'm gonna get in trouble.
No. It doesn't matter.
He was intense. He was inappropriate in the restaurant it was at. It was a really nice Italian restaurant. And
what restaurant? In New York?
Yeah. Yeah, a really nice family-owned one. What?
Carbone?
No.
Il Molino?
Should we plug the restaurant?
Il Molino?
It was Nona Beppa. But the crazy part is we walked in, and they were at the bar, and it was like fratness. And it was drunken and obnoxious. I'm sorry, before they even sat down. And then when we realized that they're here for dinner, it was just loud and insane. Everyone around you already know. Jaron's looking because he knows what it was like. It was so inappropriate, and it was so obnoxious for all the patrons at the restaurant. And even the staff kept looking like, oh my God, what do we do with this? Had no clue who it was. I just knew it was an older man. It was so obnoxious. It was insane.
Were they rude to the staff, or just drunken
no, drunken
boys?
As if they were in their own world. And then one of them at the table trying to hit on our girls at our table. So it was a crazy night. Yeah. Shit, you remember that. Oh God, yeah. That's how they knew.
He was
FaceTiming Ramona at the time. And the friend came and tried to get our girls to come back to his hotel. I'm like, not happening. It was. How did you even know this? How did this come up?
Was he hitting on any of the girls?
No, he was. No, he was just so shit-faced to the wind. He was loud and drunk. I didn't know who he was until they said, and they heard him say, "Oh, Ramona." I'm like, "Oh my God!" And then the girl's like, "Oh yeah, that's Ramona's nude." And I'm like, I'm just being honest with it. It was loud. It was obnoxious. It was at a restaurant that. It's not fair to the restaurant or anyone else in the restaurant because it was so.
Yeah,
it was
a nice
insane.
Place.
I wouldn't know him from Adam, and if I saw him again, I wouldn't. Except we have really white hair, right?
And someone, because I'm in this. I mean, I don't even know if I would recognize him. Like someone knew him.
I might just because he was so. It was, and again, we were trying to have a nice, quiet dinner, and there was a table next to us that was like probably at least 20 people at that table too, and it was just. It was really obnoxious. I had no clue it was until the end when they did that. And didn't he bring her over to the table or something? Yeah, he brought Ramona with FaceTime at our table and then proceeded to try to take, wasn't it the married one? Which one did he try to take to the hotel?
But he didn't try to. His friend did.
The friend, not him. Friend. I'm down the hotel. I'm down the street. Here's my room number. And she's like, no, not happening. It was insane. It was insane.
So maybe he brought the Ramona over to the table to try to be the wingman for the friend.
Probably.
Like, hey, this is the famous housewife, right?
Oh no, it was that sort of element. Yeah. And thought that would bring her through, but they were. It was like they were 20-year-old college kids, which they weren't.
No,
but it was insanely obnoxious. How do you get this shit out of me?
Well, this is your second time here, Chaz, so you know that I'm just. But that's also maybe that explains because a lot of people have been saying like, how does this guy that no one really knows that much about, from the pictures, he's apparently wealthy. Like, how does he put up with her? Maybe this is how. Maybe
that would
it's
explain.
Maybe it's her putting up with him. I mean, it's
mutual.
Or mutual.
No, it was
interesting.
Yeah, gosh. How connected our worlds are with is bizarre. Just at a restaurant for dinner. But it started before we even got seated. We're like, oh my God, we thought they were having a drink and leaving, but it was the opposite. Then they got seated and it got crazier.
I hate that type of like, I've been there with like the frat boy gone wild and you're
so loud. Like you're the only one in the room.
I mean, listen, I love a good 2, maybe 3 martinis, but that's it. It's like 2 or 3, then you go home. I'm not into that loud drunkenness. No,
but you read
either.
the room and you know what's around you, right? You pay attention to what's around you.
I don't like that type of scene either.
No, if I have people that are with me that get loud, like my dad used to talk loud. He passed away 2 years ago. He used to talk loud because he didn't hear as well, so he spoke loud. And our joke is, Jim, I can hear you. So when it happens, I'm like, Jim, I can hear you. Like, quiet down, I can hear you.
Inside voice.
It's an inside voice, library voice, Jim, I can hear you voice. Yeah. That was, how did you get to that?
I don't know. Somehow
the dating thing.
Kelly to about Ramona having some issues now, and she's unfortunately not.
Yeah, right, so like she was the wingman. She was the wing woman, I guess, for trying to close the deal with the married
Ramona.
One. Right. I'm like, no.
Interesting. Do you watch Beverly Hills Housewives? I mean, your girl Lisa Rinna's gone.
It started. I haven't watched the new ones yet. No, not yet. Have you?
It started. We're on episode 2. Yeah.
I haven't.